Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, subscribe is the vibe. You boys on the road to 20K humbly. Like button is like the subscribe button is earned. We got when entitled people think they can't be arrested. Honestly, just looking at the headline, it's just the notion that we could have people that coexist on this planet that think they're above the system. They're above the laws, they're above the policies. They think that because of their own status that they're immune to punishment or shit like it just baffles my mind sometimes because I don't understand privilege. I don't come from it. So we're basically gonna see some entitled pricks get chin checked. All right, cool.
Estimate their abilities when they run into the law, with some thinking they can outsmart cops. So what happens when it's entitled women that learn this lesson the hard way?
Can I just get these handcuffs off me? It's a joke.
These are 3 examples of this, starting with the most controversial of the bunch. On the
Why they start with 3 women though? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what they're really trying to say, right? Entitled people, and then it's 3 women.
22nd of October 2022, a man called police after hearing a car crash into the side of his house.
So you didn't see the crash? You heard it?
No, I heard it and I looked and there was a car against my house.
What did she look like, the one driving?
Dark hair,
Dark hair,
nice looking girl.
nice looking girl. What was she wearing?
Black.
My wife said black.
All black.
This has technically become a manhunt now, as the driver is nowhere to be seen and has fled the scene of a crime. The cops spend some more time questioning the homeowners before searching the vehicle. It turns out the woman had left her purse behind, which contained her driver's license and multiple other forms of identification.
I say it in all my videos. The one word that there is no true definition of is the word stupid, because every day that word gets updated. Every generation it gets updated. And and here's another prime example. You're gonna crash your car into the side of someone's crib and leave everything behind.
Now the cops had a name, Stacy, as well as a picture of her. The cop found it odd she'd leave her purse behind, as it implied she was planning on coming back to the crash, but just a few minutes later, the cops would receive damning evidence that this wasn't the case.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Not too bad, are you guys? The reason I ended up pulling you guys over, you guys were coming from that area over there. Did you end up just getting in a crash?
No, we live around there, but yeah.
What's your name?
My name?
Yep.
Your name.
Stacy.
10-4, I've got her over here. It is Stacy. Okay.
She
So,
grown
Stacy,
too.
can I have you come out of the car so I can talk to you a little bit more?
It's already obvious that she's not exactly sober, but what's shocking is how she was undoubtedly trying to flee the scene. She'd left her purse, ID, and vehicle behind that's actually registered to her. It wouldn't have been long before the police were at her door with more than a couple of questions. Now the police have her at the side of the road to ask her what happened.
I ain't gonna front. I don't knock people that drink, you know what I mean? But I've always been against driving while intoxicated. I just never really understood it. But I get, the older I've become, I realize how dumb we are as humans. But I've always had this 1001 policy in life. And that's, you could get away with something 1,000 times, and that's God giving you 1,000 reasons to stop doing whatever it is that you're getting away with. But there's always gonna be that one time. It happens, it's inevitable. There's gonna be that 1,001th time where you make that same bad habit and there's no changing it. And driving while intoxicated is not the game you want to play, bro. You know what I mean? This, we're gonna laugh at this chick. I don't know her from a hole in the wall. I'm about to find her hilarious, because you're gonna have to explain to me how you crash into the side of a building, leave all your identification behind, and think we're not gonna come knocking on your door. But because she's intoxicated, it's I don't even think she realizes how dumb she is.
It seems she has a plan to try and outsmart the cops by refusing to tell the truth.
Are you ready to be honest with me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
Enlighten us.
What happened with the crash?
What crash?
What crash?
You ended up hitting a tree. Do you remember that?
Oh, she's wobbling.
No?
Oh.
You're not going to be honest with me right now?
Well, I mean, I'm
The neighbor
not...
said they saw you get picked up.
Huh?
All
neighbor
black.
said they saw you get picked
and
up.
remember the old, OG was describing her yo, black? What was she wearing? All you said was black. Shorty didn't even change her clothes. Oh, man.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fine.
So I'm giving you a chance to kind of give me your side of the story of what's going on right now.
I mean, there's really no side of the story to give. I don't understand what you're wanting me to give.
She's standing like she's on a boat.
Okay, well, I want you to be honest with me. That's what I want you to give me.
Well, there's nothing to be honest about. I mean,
Stacy seems to think that she didn't do anything wrong, or at least believes that she can lie and outsmart the cop by telling a different story. But remember, the homeowners told the cops that they saw a young woman wearing exactly what Stacy is wearing exit the vehicle and leave the scene. It's pretty obvious that she's lying, but Stacy doesn't seem to realize this and continues to...
She's still swaying, and this is probably maybe 30-40 minutes after the car accident. So if she's swaying now, you can only imagine how unathletic she looked coming out of a car that just crashed, and she's trying to run away in broad daylight. In broad daylight. She can't even stand straight, bro. Like, God.
To lie through her teeth to the officer.
the truth is, like, my car is, like, probably at my house. And, you know, I'm sitting here with my dad.
Well, the house that you crashed into, they talked to you and tried to get you to stay there.
Well, I didn't crash into anybody's neighbors.
Your car is stuck in their house.
Well, that's hearsay.
Was somebody else driving your car?
Shorty
No,
said that's
absolutely
hearsay.
not.
So it was just you driving.
Well, I wasn't driving.
But you just told me absolutely not. Nobody else was driving.
The conversation goes in circles for around 10 minutes, with Stacy continuing to spew confusing statements at the cops the whole time. And what's worse is that at one point, she even tried throwing her dad under the bus by saying he was driving.
No, I was not
I'm
driving.
I'm not going to argue with you about that.
My dad was driving.
That was the dad?
Okay. Your dad already confirmed that he was not driving the black car.
No, he was, though. He's driving the vehicle. And so, I mean, what can I do?
Okay.
I don't want to...
Right now, what you can do is you can give me an answer on whether you would want to do some field testing. Right now.
No, I don't
Yo,
want to.
these cops are
because-
soft, bro. For as much flack that police officers get on any given day whenever we see them abusing their power, those cops, those dirty cops, are just as triggering as those happy-go-lucky cops that want to waste our times with dumb questions. Like, we see what this is. And I get protocol. You know, there's a protocol to go through these things where you got to ask them several questions. But a blind man could see she drunk. You know what I mean? Like, this woman is at rock bottom. Rock bottom. Whenever I think, like, whenever someone's intoxicated to the point where they're still operating a vehicle, and then, you know, you get caught up by the cops and you blaming your dad, like, it's just level of ain't shit is just through the roof right now.
He's the guy that was driving the, you know.
So you're passing your
He
options
was-
to do the field testing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Can't blame
so at
you.
this point, you're going to be under arrest, okay?
Why?
Because you're very intoxicated.
Stacy is quickly searched and then put in the back of a patrol vehicle, but before they can take her back to the station, they have to give her dad the bad news.
Based on what happened, I believe she was into a couple of crashes. She hit a tree in a house.
Oh my God!
Somebody
the house itself.
Yeah, yeah. Anybody else show up with her when she got there?
No.
Did she say she was with somebody?
She babbled something. I was with, and then and I couldn't make sense of anything.
Sure.
She was probably so worked up.
Can you please inform me what I'm being charged with?
Yep, I told you it's going to be an OWI.
She don't look like a Kardashian?
The fourth OWI. But I wasn't driving.
And you did hear that right. This was her fourth drunk driving charge, proving precisely what type of person Stacy really is. And of course, she also caught a hit and run charge for fleeing the scene after causing property damage. But Stacy wasn't nearly as entitled.
And to think, once upon a time, she was someone's bundle of joy.
As this next girl, who had a plan to get out of her reckless driving charge.
I'm too cute for prison. Don't do that to me.
On January 5th, 2022, officers responded to a car accident. As soon as they got on the scene, they were given some useful intel by a witness.
She's drunk, and she already said that I don't want to get a DWI in a single car.
Okay. Thank you.
Was she in the wrong lane? No, she was on that side. See, I was coming this way right before the curve, and she blowed around me. Blowed around another car to make the curve. Jump the curve. See her trunk right there? hit the curb and then it's like this. I don't know what the deal was.
It sounds like this driver completely lost control of the vehicle and was lucky nobody else got hurt. But if they want to understand exactly what happened here, they're gonna have to talk to the driver, and it doesn't take long for them to figure out the situation.
So they said you're not having anything medical.
No, no, sir.
Okay. Now, just based on this driving behavior
I know.
and what people have been saying when we came on scene, would you be willing to take some standardized field sobriety tests?
Absolutely.
How much have you had to drink today?
Not very much.
Okay, what is not very
Wrong
much?
answer.
Like the legal limit.
Okay, which is what?
How much have you had to drink today? It's such a loaded question because you're already implying that the person's intoxicated, right? And if you're intoxicated, you're not going to be able to decipher that. You know what I mean? How much you had to drink today? What is alcohol? Would have been my answer. You ain't finna get me. But when you say not much, you're already giving them that you drank, and that's already all they kind of need to already see what's up, man. You ask me, what's alcohol? What's liquor?
What?
Like not very much because I ate and I drank water in between the two.
The driver is being honest and complying with the cop's request to take a field sobriety test. But unfortunately, the sobriety test quickly shows the cops that even if she's acting nice, she's still a criminal that put many other lives in danger.
All right, man. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back for me, okay? You're being placed under arrest for DUI. All right, I'm gonna have to pat you down before I put you in my unit, okay?
The cop pats the girl down before placing her in the back of his patrol car and reading her rights. But this is when she starts to put her plan into action that she thinks will cut her loose.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. God.
You don't need to apologize. You know, I'm doing my job. That's all.
I know, and I respect that. I respect.
Have you ever been arrested for a DWI before?
No, sir. I've never been arrested, period, so. I hope at least I'm like one of the cuter people that you.
The small talk is just so irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's more so like self-incriminating. There's a reason why they tell you you have the right to remain silent, you know. But again, when you're intoxicated, you can't see between what's really going on. She's going to self-snitch.
You've had in your cop car. Do not confirm or deny, please.
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Yeah, you can. For legal purposes. I'm too cute for prison. Don't do that to me. Anyways, I'm sorry you're stuck with me, though.
That's all right, you know.
So what you trying to say? Only ugly people go to jail? Oh, man. And half the nation should be doing life.
I've been, like I said, with worse.
Back at the station, the seduction doesn't stop.
All right, so I'm going to count this in front of
I remember you. You would come up to the Alcatia with your face mask and be like, that man is so fine.
Damn.
And then, like, respectfully, though.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, because, like, I'm a mess right now. You had your face mask on, but I was like, that man is so fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's get back to
Obviously,
business,
nobody
though.
wants to date anyone that's looking like this, so, yeah. You are such a handsome man.
Oh, thank you.
Respectfully.
I appreciate that. I do.
Okay. I'm getting prepared.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You don't need
I hope I haven't been disrespectful.
No,
I hope
you
I haven't been disrespectful to your job.
But even as she waited for her medical examination, she couldn't resist flirting with the officers in an attempt to lessen her sentence.
What do you suggest?
You're there, so go ahead.
Okay, maybe a little. You're right.
Hey, come over here. This way.
Oh, sorry. I just want to say hi.
Why she's in handcuffs?
Wild, man. Come over here.
I'm sorry.
Someone's going to have to explain to me how some women are just able to coexist in this world under just absolute delusion. You know, like, and I always say it's, you could always tell when the difference between a way a boy is raised versus a way a girl is raised. You know, boys are typically raised under accountability, responsibility. There are consequences behind your actions. And for all intents and purposes, I'm not trying to say women have it easy in life, but women have it easier growing up than boys do when it comes to accountability and responsibility. This could have went so wrong. You know, just driving under the influence. She's not even here to even understand what she's being charged of. She's not even here. You know, what have we seen? Her pay attention to her looks, her giggling, her flirting, and it's like, bro, you're in handcuffs. You're in handcuffs for DUI. Like, this could have been really bad. And like I told you earlier in the first video, the 1001 rule. that 1001 is coming for all of us. We all have bad habits that we should be breaking like now. But we keep thinking we could get away with it because we've always been doing it. But there's going to be that one time where it's just like, yo, sorry, no do-overs. And she doesn't even look like she even knows how bad this could have went.
It
happens.
You lead the way.
Yeah, just have a seat. Right.
How the hell am I supposed to know? Hi, Daddy. What are you doing? I'm a valid now.
Why you should?
I still have to triage and then. Look how cute he is.
Okay.
Because you're so cute, sir.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, might as well just be happy if you're in a shit situation.
You shouldn't be.
Plus, I got stuck with this cutie. I got stuck with the cutest dog.
Thankfully, this didn't seem to change anything in her charges, as she was hit with an aggravated DWI and reckless driving. Many people are critical of this girl's actions, but positivity and attempted seduction is much more preferable to violence and hostility, and especially preferred over this.
Like, for example, if I got pulled over for DUI, you think me flirting with the female officers is gonna shorten the charge? Like, men don't even go there with our imaginations. Like, that world doesn't even exist. I'm about to flirt my way out of these handcuffs. The privilege it takes to even think that that shit is even possible. That I don't know what world that's from, son. Stop right now! Hold on.
This time, the officers were called into a domestic violence case between a male and a female. As the cops arrived, the officers noticed the woman disengaging and walking away from the scene.
Miss, stop! Stand there.
Please don't tase her.
Okay, I won't.
Okay,
Stand there.
Nice.
Please don't tase her.
Stand there.
The cops yelled at her to stop, but before they could react, she started to sprint away from them.
Oh yeah, the chase is coming. Hawk her.
Stop right now!
Come on, bro. Where you going? Where are you going? Now you on people's property.
Stop!
Roll over on your stomach.
Put your hands behind your back.
My hair, please stop.
Put your hands behind your back.
Why even run?
Please stop.
Do it
I
now.
don't even understand that. Like, you thought you were just
Hands
gonna
behind your
outrun
back
her?
right now.
Please. My hair is in my face. Please.
Put your other hand behind your back.
Hey, step it. Ben, step it.
That's like equivalent to a teen getting arrested and you cry out for your parents because you think your parents can help you and ain't shit they could do about it. Like, what is Ben supposed to do in this time? Take on two officers, tackle them, grab you, and then fly out into outer space where you guys will be safe?
Looks like her master plan didn't work out too well. The cops have dealt with plenty of cases like this and know they will have to be firm with the woman or else she'll keep screaming and resisting.
Do not pull away from me. Do you understand? You are under arrest. You are going to comply. You are not going to pull away from me.
If you quit resisting, then
All that shit that happened, that worked on your parents.
you fucking deal with it. Tell me how you feel on a daily basis, bitch.
All crazy.
What is your name, miss?
I don't have a fucking name.
Okay. Well, you do.
No, I don't.
Stop trying to pull away from me.
My hair's in my goddamn mouth, dude.
As usual, before the cop can leave her in the car, he has to search her, something she seems to be heavily against.
Hold still, please.
No, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Then stop fighting me.
You're a man. You cannot
Tough
fucking
shit.
touch me.
Tough shit. Right
You
now, it's all we
cannot
got.
touch me.
It's all
no,
we got.
you need to get her over here. You cannot touch me.
Stop it.
Stop.
She can make that
Stop
request.
it.
You cannot touch me.
Jenna, don't you kick me or you're going to go to the ground again. Get over here.
You fucking dick.
You just added another charge by kicking me, by the way.
With the help of a female officer, they finally managed to search the girl and get her secured in the patrol car. So they decide to talk to a couple witnesses to get extra insight on what happened.
Yeah, why are we
I
here?
was sitting in front of my window and they came up with a stop sign. And basically, she was all over him. He didn't really do anything. But she kept grabbing him, ripped his shirt open, kept jumping on top of him, trying to get him to the ground. They finally did get to the ground, but then came back up and wouldn't let him leave or anything else. Well, at first I'm like, is he just screwing around?
Yeah.
Because she was all over him. And
You said she was like jumping on his back or something?
Okay. And then she kept grabbing at his throat.
So,
And like, I'm calling this in.
With this, the case seemed open and shut. So the cops took the woman back to the station where she was charged with felony battery of an officer, as well as misdemeanor counts of resisting and disorderly conduct. Various pieces of drug paraphernalia were also found on her person, which she was also charged for. Most of the charges were eventually dropped, except for the disorderly conduct and resisting counts. If you enjoy true crime videos like this, make sure you're subscribed to see more.
Honestly, this wasn't bad, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you think of the video. Like, but again, when it comes to privilege, I just think it always starts from the way that you're born. And for some of these women to think that you could flirt or run away from authorities and there's no way of you being held accountable, or you could drive while you're intoxicated and blatantly lie while you're like swerving. Good. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna judge them. It is what it is. I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next video. Mamba out.